Welcome back, everybody. Hey, everybody. How's it going? This is the Notes My Goats podcast. I am Steve.
Happy New Year!
Happy birthday.
What's
Had
up,
to do
guys?
it.
I'm Brandon, as
I tell you,
always.
dude. How is the day going?
Good, man. It is it's been good. Haven't really done a whole lot, at this point. At the time of episode drop, kids are back in school.
Day
Um,
one, yeah.
yeah, day one back in school. I'm back to work.
Are you didn't get
Again.
Monday? You didn't get Monday and Tuesday?
I got Monday, but I'm back on Tuesday. So it is what it
Oh,
is. It's my first day back from the holiday, but it's all good. It's all
I
good.
like it.
Yeah, kicking the new year
I'm
off,
working too, but
man.
it's a holiday for me though, so it doesn't matter.
There you go. There you go. How have you been, man?
Good, good. Holidays suck. They just do.
Yeah.
But just because all the kids are home from school,
Yeah.
which means my wife's home from work because she works for the schools.
Right.
She's busy, crazy, has to deal with all five of our minions for
A long
um
time.
the whole day,
The
every
whole
day.
day.
It's I don't yeah, I
Yeah.
get to go to work, but it still sucks.
Yeah.
But it is what it is. I appreciate her for doing all of that.
Absolutely.
It is fun. Um,
Yeah. I bet.
yeah. So,
And you're only saying that because she's in the room watching you
she
right
is in the room with me, and no,
now.
I'm not saying that. I actually do agree with all of the statements that I just made,
Yes, I know that
and
you
I am
do. I'm
on
just,
video
yes.
and audio, and if she did hear me, she is sitting about 30 feet from me and can throw a shoe, which she can and will do.
Yeah.
She's
Accurately.
and she has and she is very accurate. It's that Mexican heritage in her. She's got
Yeah.
the chocolate pride.
There you go.
I can't give her the sights on there because I'd get hit every single time, but
Absolutely.
she gets me probably by 80% of the time
Yeah.
with a flip flop of all things.
Nice.
I tell you. So dude, enough about my wife's access of throwing a shoe because who throws a shoe really? Who throws shoes?
Right.
My wife does.
Yeah.
But um,
Yeah.
what are we talking about today?
Man, today we tried to figure out what was a good thing, what was a good episode to start
We
the
started with
the
Olivia last
year.
year.
No, we started with Silk Sonic last year there, homeboy.
Oh, we did. And that was hot fire.
It was hot fire. And we figured why not continue that in 2023? Figure out there is
She just threw a shoe, by the way.
did she nice
Yeah.
and she nailed you.
Oh, yeah, that definitely got me. Scared the
That's
shit out of me. Almost fell to stool. I was
that's fun.
drinking.
That's that's funny. Oh man.
No,
So
you hit me here.
that,
That,
not that I saw that. That's
that was
funny.
on video.
That was on video.
She had
Yeah.
to get one on video.
You had to I get it. It makes sense, guys. It's going on YouTube.
It's going on
So
YouTube.
yeah,
Fuck.
going on YouTube. But guys,
Why can't have nice things?
right. But guys, we are actually talking about an artist who is making a comeback. Made a comeback in 2022 with this new album after about 6 years of being gone. Um, and she came out with a fire album, and we're going to talk about it today, Steve. We are talking Meghan Trainor and her new album that came out end of third quarter ish.
October.
Yeah, of 2022, and where it's Taking It Back by Meghan Trainor.
We sure are, man.
Yeah.
So Megan Elizabeth Trainor. I went middle name on this one.
Meghan Elizabeth Trainor.
Yeah, and it's Megan with an H.
Meghan. Yep.
McCann. So it's me. Make sure you get that H in there because if not, you're screwing everything up.
Absolutely.
Because I definitely spelled it wrong a couple times here, but it's okay. Nobody sees my notes except for you.
Right, and the only one that needs to get it right is me when I put it into Anchor. Guys,
and
subscribe
me
to
when
Anchor.
I do the graphics because and I
That is
double
true.
checked that.
That is true.
I did double check it.
Go.
She is an American singer, songwriter, and TV personality from Nantucket, Massachusetts.
Nice.
Yeah, once the girl from Nantucket.
Oh no.
Not gonna finish that rhyme, but we all know where it goes. If you don't, Google it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Urban Dictionary.
Yeah.
She has been active since 2009. Success came in 2014 after signing with Epic Records and releasing the single All About That Bass, which is not about music. It's about ass.
Yeah, no travel.
All about the ass. Samesies. So the song went on to top the Hot 100 and sell over 11 million copies worldwide. Just that song.
Oh,
It's kind of a big deal.
yeah, apparently.
She has 8 total albums. The first 3 though were acoustic and released independently. So her
Oh,
first 3 albums were just her doing her thing, released them all on her own independently. Um, she does have one Christmas album. Hint, hint. We did just get done with our third 12 pods.
yeah.
And note to Brandon, I did add a potential Christmas album list on our spreadsheet because these pop up on the yearly basis. We start doing an album and I'm like, this guy's got a Christmas album, and you're like, the hell? And we forget about it
Yeah,
when December comes, so I threw a
that is
list up.
true. I love it.
Yeah, she has 2 live albums, 28 singles. She has been a coach or a judge on The Voice UK, American Idol, and RuPaul's Drag Race, among others. She's been on
Interesting.
lots of TV. She's all over TV.
Okay.
She's 3 Grammy noms. She did win Best New Artist in 2016,
Okay.
which makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
Um, Now Meghan is actually described a little bit about her. If you guys didn't know about her, she's described as a body positive artist by many publications and a plus size role model for women across the globe. Which I don't consider her plus size. I don't
No,
understand what
because
plus
I
size
mean,
is.
she lost a ton of weight within the
But
last
she's
couple years.
still, I mean, I don't like that term, I guess.
Yeah,
Because what does it really mean?
right.
I mean,
I get it.
what it is. I just don't like the term. I'm a plus sized dad bod, apparently. Does it mean you have a dad bod? Because way to go.
Way
You're
to go,
warm.
us.
Warm most of the time.
Right.
Now she did receive some backlash being labeled as anti-feminist because she seeks self-worth and validation from men via her music, apparently. So,
Okay.
and this is just the first time in 2023 I'm going to say this word, probably not the last time, which is some bullshit, but I'm going to have to say it. It's the dumb woke culture trying to fight back on stupid shit.
Yeah.
It is because I mean, okay, I'm not conservative. I am more of a liberal
Yes.
than especially than Brandon, but I am more of a liberal than most. I find myself probably about 3/4 of the way on the fence. I'm not in the crazy ass liberal side.
Yeah.
They can just sit there, but I'm also not in the even more moderate liberal. I'm kind of stuck in my
You're
ways.
yeah.
I'm a union guy, so I'm a Democrat. It is kind of what it is, guys.
Yeah.
If you didn't know that by now, where the fuck you been? Um,
Right. Welcome
and
to the Notes for Ghosts
welcome
podcast.
to the What's What Goes podcast. Thanks for the listen.
Yeah, right.
Still counts, fucker. And fuck you, 45. Hope you rot in jail.
Uh,
Um,
it's
yeah, that just came.
January 2nd, 3rd, whatever day it is.
Yeah, we're almost 2 years from dumbass Olympics that happened on January 6th. Don't worry, guys. That podcast is coming out Friday. Um, with the best guest ever.
Yes,
But
100%.
it is one of those things. I just it gets on my fucking nerves because your songs, if you're a woman in pop music, you can't sing about shit.
Yeah.
Everything you sing about is going to be destroyed. Now, I will raise my hand. I have to look at lyrics quite frequently, and I do nitpick every once in a while.
Yeah.
However, I'm not going to tell you you're an anti-feminist especially when you're a woman, because you want men to think you look good. I want women to think I look good.
Yeah.
One particular, she just threw a shoe at me.
Yeah.
But I take care of myself and want myself to be better, so I look good for her and for me. But I mean, I did
Yeah.
marry one. Technically I married 2, but I'm only married to one currently. Wow,
You
digging
better
that
be.
hole.
Let's see.
And
That shoe is more deserved the more you keep
she
talking.
hit me twice. I'm just saying, I earned it. I had some stuff in the bank. I got credit here. There's probably a third one coming though. I'm watching. She's up the
Yeah.
stairs right now, so she can definitely get me from up there. It's a headshot that goes that high.
Yeah.
I'll be done. I just don't like that the cancel culture bullshit. Like,
Yep.
if we haven't been canceled yet for shit that I've said,
Right.
and there's been some shit
Yeah.
that I've said,
Yeah.
and we've had John Batch on our podcast 3 times.
Yeah.
We haven't been canceled yet.
It's true.
And Darius,
Yeah.
between those two, I mean, Sobel's getting up there. That Sobel guy, I tell you what.
Pay attention in January, guys.
February. That Sobel
February.
guy, being in February, he's marking us. He's marking his territory, literally and figuratively.
Yes.
Um, but I don't like the that whole culture thing. But she did get some shit for that. She also caught a little bit of hell in 2016 because she admitted to never having voted and said she had no intentions on ever doing so, which is hard for someone that's very much in the public eye to say.
Yes.
Whether you do or you don't, you have the right to or not to. Fuck if I care.
Right.
You just can't bitch about what happens when 45 ultimate wins and we all hate you. And he's gonna be 47 at that point.
If it were to happen, who
Oh,
knows?
we will get canceled. We will get canceled if that happens because there'll be you won't even be able to post that YouTube video.
Well, right.
I'll never be able to run for office.
Just then do it
Other
now, Steve.
notes.
Then do it now.
Oh no, wait, I have to wait. We have to wait.
Okay.
Wait here. So I have to get more material first. Don't worry, he's got time to give me more material. It's coming.
Yeah, for sure. He's got to give Alec Baldwin another job on Saturday Night Live.
And run with Kanye West.
Yeah, right.
His vice president candidates neither be Kanye West or Marjorie Taylor Greene. I'd take that too. That'd be fun.
Oof.
Or that crazy blonde woman from Michigan that was on TV. There was the drunk one. It was on the news. Remember a couple years ago, the drunk one that was talking about the school board, and she was like, "Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
that one. That one needs
one,
to come back. I want her to come back,
There you go.
or whoever was on SNL that played her, because that lady was fucking funny as hell."
Right.
But either way, I digress. Meghan. The last thing is she has campaigned for LGBTQ rights in the US and Australia and has written many letters to Congress in the US about gun violence and curbing the incessant ability to purchase guns without regard in our country. Which neither here nor there. But she's caught a lot of hell for that as well. Because she's very much on the everyone's equal side, and we don't need so many fucking guns. But
right.
Science. One of those things. So let's go in popularity.
Yeah.
All those things I just said they're bad about, what people think is bad about her. How popular do you think this lady is? How many millions of Spotify listeners do you think that she gets on a monthly basis?
I'm gonna go 18 million.
You are way off.
Oh boy.
She has, and this is prior to the new single that just came out with Elise Myers and the dude from Pentatonics.
Okay.
But she was averaging, as of about 2 weeks ago, 39 million Spotify listeners.
Oh my.
It's almost a 40.
Oh my.
Yeah, so she's pretty popular still. People like her.
Definitely made you look, that's for sure.
Definitely made you look. Made me look a couple times.
Yeah.
Now taking it back. Don't worry, guys, taking it back. Was released October 21st, 2022. 16 tracks, 44 minutes long. It is her fifth major studio release, eighth overall. For this album, Meghan went back to her doo-wop and pop sound that was so successful on her debut release Title, which was the copy with the actual name of the album. This one debuted at number 16 in the US and was top 40 in Australia, Norway, the Netherlands, Canada, and Denmark. And I believe it's gotten to at least 5 in the US so far.
Okay.
But the debut is 16.
I like it.
The album does feature Scott Hoying from my favorite band of all time to shit on, Pentatonics. Good old Teddy Swims, and Arturo Sandoval, who is a trumpet player, and a pretty damn good one, by the way.
Yeah.
It has 2 singles. The third one hasn't come out yet. Bad for Me, with that's got Teddy Swims on it. And Made You Look, which is TikTok famous. You guys have heard that song about 100 million times if you're on TikTok or YouTube or Facebook. It's all over the place.
All over.
So that one is there. So those 2 singles, just the 2, which kind of surprised me because this one's got a lot more on it. It's probably gonna drop at least 1 or 2 more. But it hasn't dropped anything else since Made You Look. That being said, Brandon, what is and was your favorite track on this album?
Man, I picked Shook as my
Did
favorite.
you?
I
Did
did.
you know?
Brass and beat on this one, super tight and crisp. I could say that for a lot of this album, but
Mm-hmm.
with this one specifically, with this track, I found myself really grooving to this track a lot from the moment that it started. This is that track that I could see being a fun song to play kind of at a wedding or a sporting event to hype the crowd up. Super fun track to listen to. And I wanted to stay away from the popular tracks. So for me, I picked Shook.
Nice. And
Yeah.
I like that. I did go with a popular track
Okay.
only because I really battled between two. There were two tracks in this album that I were like, it's one of these two, and I listened to them both probably 10 times each, and I actually ended up going bad for me.
It's a good
Um,
one.
Now I battled between this and Sensitive.
Okay.
Sensitive is the debut is the opening track
Yeah.
with the wing,
Yeah.
good old pentatonics, buddy.
Right.
Um, the pulled back kind of bluesy sound of this song mixed with a duet with Teddy Swims makes for kind of a sweet, soulful track that really just sounds effortless through. It is really that like take a breath track that you want in a lot of these pop albums. The album starts off pretty hot and heavy. It comes at you pretty fast, and then this is like the third track in, and it just kind of pulls back a little bit and says, "Okay, pump the brakes, slow down.
Mm-hmm.
Let the she I got it's Meghan telling me in my ears, "Hey, I got more than one speed. Just chill. Chill for a minute." So I
Right.
liked that. So Bad for Me was my favorite. It was either that or Sensitive. Either one of those. I could have went with. Sensitive is just because it's pretty good. It's fire all the way
For
straight through.
sure. Oh yeah.
It's a good listen.
100%.
So that being said, it is time for the Trainer Wang.
Yep. I
Take
like it.
that for what it is, guys.
Right. All right, Steve. The first wang of 2023, man.
And we're training.
We are training.
We
The
gotta build
trainer
up
wang.
to the bigger wangs as we get through
Ab-
the year. This is more
Absolutely.
of the micro wang.
Micro wang.
Uh,
Yeah.
yeah, it's just a step
Yeah.
up from where I am currently.
So this album is taking it back and we're not taking it in the back. So there's that too. So
Now the trainer plug. You
yeah.
had to go there. You just had to go there.
I did. I did.
I'm telling your wife you want to get pegged. It's happening.
No, let's not do that. Speaking of things I want to do though, Steve, is play this
Not
game.
anymore, at least.
Right. Oh my gosh.
Oh, if she
All
doesn't
right.
listen, we're good.
No. Oh my gosh. Let's play the word association name game, Steve.
Let's play wine. Let's play wine. Word association name game.
Yeah, let's do that. I got two.
Okay.
You ready?
I am ready.
Okay. First one. I feel this is an easier one. Um, we both have one of these. At least one.
Drama queen.
You're 100% correct.
Yes. Nice.
I was thinking just our kids, but yes.
Yes.
Those both work. And my second one here. You might as well enjoy it.
Might as well enjoy it.
Might as well enjoy it.
Your final breath.
No. Wow.
Might as well enjoy it. Dance about it.
Nope.
Oh man. All right, last one. Might as well enjoy it. Bad for me.
No.
Oh, what is it?
While you're young.
Oh, all
Might as
right.
well enjoy it.
Might as well enjoy it while you're young. All right. I like it. I like it, Steve.
So you
Way
told
to
you had an
go.
easy one and more a harder one.
Absolutely. I get it. I get it. All right, man. Let's dig into those least favorite tracks. I started with a favorite. You start with our least favorite.
Got it. Uh, Final Breath.
Okay.
Final Breath. The album for me really starts off pushing tempo and going upbeat. It takes a couple of breaks here and there.
Sure.
By the time we get to track 10, though, it seems like Meghan kind of lost her steam and got tuckered out. As a parent, I can fully relate to this feeling, especially during Christmas break, where we currently are now.
Yes.
And I don't hold that against her because you get tired. Things happen. You lose your mojo. This track though is so damn boring. And it's such a lackluster way to end the album that showed such great promise to start the album. Like, I feel like if you start an album off with a track like Sensitive and you end with a track like Final Breath, it
Yep.
unless I missed something in the story there, like towards like the whole thing here, it just is like it was kind of a letdown because I'm just like,
Sure.
okay, you left your final breath, and okay, I guess it, but you're gonna die. Like it seems like you're just, eh. And they really like that like zhuzh that you had that for the first 8-9 tracks of this album, in 10
Yeah.
tracks, you really like you tuckered out and you lost me, and then you just kind of like it reminds me of a parent who's like literally laying on the couch at 8 o'clock at night after most of their kids have gone to bed, and you're just like, I got nothing left.
Yeah.
Like, somebody carry me to my bed, please. I'm just going to die here.
Sure.
Until tomorrow morning. So that's what his final breath for me. It was just so boring.
Yeah. I get it. I
So
completely get
what
it.
about you, man? What was your least favorite?
Now, someone's gonna not like me for this, but I picked "Made You Look" as my least favorite track,
Oh,
Steve.
I was there with you, man. I almost forgot.
Maybe I've been on TikTok too much, but this song is pretty annoying at this point. I will say though,
Overplayed.
yes, I will say though, I tried to be less of, oh, it was on TikTok too much and super annoying. I will say, compared to other tracks on this album as well, the music on this one seems to be too simple, or at least more simple than other tracks that were produced on this album. So just simple, not I understand why it's a single, I guess, but at the same time,
And I haven't listened to the version with Hoy and Elise Myers and whatnot. I haven't listened to that
I
one
haven't
yet
listened either.
because I'm just so burned out by the actual just that whole thing. Yeah, because they did a Christmas version with it's got Elise Myers, Scott Horing. I said, who else is on this? Somebody else. Here, I'll get it. Pull it up here. Lots of freaking people are on this thing. I can't see who else is on there, but there's other people that are on it too.
Okay.
I just know what Chord something or other. I don't know. There's like 4 or 5 people that are on this dang thing. I think the other person from Pentatonix is on here.
Okay.
And I just don't get it. Like, it's a good track. It's catchy, but it really does seem like it was made for TikTok. And a lot of artists, a lot of pop artists are doing that now, where they have 3 or 4 tracks on their album that are made for the snippet. Lizzo's track on there,
About Damn Time.
About Damn Time.
Yeah.
It seemed like it was a TikTok track because the clip that's always played on TikTok is very, very niche to that song.
Yes.
So it just like it was like parts of that song were made to be a TikTok, and maybe it wasn't made that way and it just happened and just was like happenstance. But this one does seem like it was made to be kind of an all about that bass remake-esque track where it was made for radio. It was made to promote. It did its job.
Absolutely.
You can't fault it there, but if it's something that came out in October and the single dropped, I think at September, is that overplayed already?
Probably.
Says a lot about our culture,
yeah,
but also about this song. It's good. It's entertaining.
Sure.
Watching different people do this dance was pretty funny for the first 10 or 15 times, and then it just got old.
Sure did.
So, I feel you, man.
Yep. So, all right, guys, it is time for our first Shatner's Poetry Slam of the year. I got nothing for it, so I'm just gonna say it. Let's go.
Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, this is Shatner's Poetry Slam.
All right, Steve. So, again, I've got 2 for you. Here's your first one. I'm going to start on the second line. but I'm still royalty. So you won't love me, love me? Love me and give me loyalty? Even when I'm crazy, I'm still your baby.
Drama queen.
Yes, sir. Drama queen. Nice work. All right. Next one. And we'll be laying there, your hand in my hand. I look at you and see the memories we have. And the words I'd choose for my song title will be I Love You. Do you remember me from lifetimes before? It feels
Final
like
breath.
yes, final breath. Nice work, Steve. Good work. All right, my man.
Super sad.
Super sad. Absolutely. Now I'm reading those lyrics. I'm like, geez.
Yeah.
Oh man. All right. Well, speaking of super sad, I don't really know how that's going to transition.
We're almost
but
done.
I know that's what I mean. Super.
There you go.
That's not what I mean, but good save. Let's talk about those deep cut tracks, Steve. I'll start here, and this may not be a surprise to you, I don't think, but it might be to other people. I'm not 100% sure. But I picked Mama Wanna Mambo as my deep cut track. This track is fantastic. The features of Natty Natasha and Arturo Sandoval, fantastic, and really bring that authentic mambo Mexican vibe to this track, rather than some random white girl trying to make a dance track happen. Super fun track to listen to, and one that is farther down on the album that if you don't listen to the album and you're stuck on Made You Look or whatever, and that's all you're stuck on, guys, go check this one out because it's got Arturo Sandoval, who, if you don't know, like Steve mentioned earlier, trumpet player. The dude is one of the best in the business to play the trumpet. So check it out. So that one for me, Mama Wanna Mambo, was my deep cut track.
Dude, same.
Was it really?
I picked it. Yeah, I love this track. I
Yeah.
made me want to move every single time.
Absolutely.
And it's funny
Shake your
because
pancake booty.
yeah, get it going here. It's funny because I usually shit on artists that try to go to that Latin vibe.
Yeah.
If you're not Latin.
Yep.
Or don't have a tie to the Latin community, because it's usually very cringy. It's usually not very good. You try to mix in music that shouldn't be mixed in with the type of lyrics you're going after. You try to do different cadences and things that just don't work in that vibe. And this one works.
Sure does.
And it's the last upbeat track before the album kind of takes that serious turn. Before the album turns the corner and decides we're gonna throw some ballads at you.
Yep.
The trumpet from Sandoval is just chef's kiss. It's top notch.
Oh, so good.
It makes the track so well. This also showcases that Meghan has that another speed as well. I mentioned before with Bad For Me that like she pumped the brakes and said, "Hey, I've got a different. I can throw a change up. I've got a curveball."
Yep.
This is more like, "Hey, I can go fast too. I can do this. I can still do the hip hop stuff.
Yeah.
I'm not just a one-trick pony, or I can do everything that you think I could do before. I can still do it as a mom, and as as it's been 6, 7, 8 years, I can still do it."
Yeah.
And I like when artists kind of have that like prove it, fuck you track.
Yeah.
And this is what it is. It's like, it's not, again, it's out of her realm. She brought in people to help her. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
It was done the right way and legitimately with some pizzazz.
Yep.
And not trying to reinvent the wheel too far here. She stayed in her lane and brought other people in to help her out with it. So I loved it. I loved the track.
Yeah, for sure, man. All right, buddy. Round us out, man.
Let's round it out here, man. So this is a really good album to kick off our new year. I mean, last year we kicked off with Silk Sonic, which was just fun, fire the whole way through. I'm really hoping those guys put out something else in 23.
I'm sure they will.
I loved that album and I'm looking forward to it, but I really liked this one. I didn't expect to like this one. I knew I would like Silk Sonic. I knew I liked that album, but I hadn't listened to Meghan. And when we decided we were going to do this one, actually Brian decided we were going to do this one very first week.
I did.
I think I listened to this album in my car, at home, and at work for about a week. It played every day, at least once. And my home Alexa, the kids danced to it, kind of hung out with it. Meghan is fun, upbeat, and really positive about most everything. Even the ballads were good. We're still positive for the most part. I like this album more than I anticipated because it literally pops. The music pops out. That use of that doo-wop style gets you moving, gets you going. It's my 4-year-old was dancing to it pretty significantly. He dances just about everything. But it's really funny to see little white boy, shake his little groove thing back here doing his thing.
There you go.
Because his dancing is really just him sitting in the middle of a room and really just gyrating his hips. It's kind of what we all do. He is my whitest kid. And he dances just like me. So white. It is my only, like I said, my only pushback is 5 of the last 6 tracks are so ballad-esque that it drags there. If the album had maybe cut a couple of those or mixed them up a little bit to kind of do something a little bit different, I think it would have got a better rating from me. But I went with a 7 out of 10. Not bad, but there are some like definite pitfalls.
Yeah.
What about you?
I get it. Lot of tracks on this album. A lot of tracks.
So many tracks.
However, they aren't very long.
No.
So that's got to go. That's got it going for it. Like, you see the 16 tracks and you think, holy smokes, this album is long and boring. It actually kind of flew by pretty quick, even the way that the album is structured currently.
Yes.
The album is catchy. I thought it was executed fairly well. I do think that the structure of the tracks of this album were put together well. I had a feeling that you would think that they would be a little bit slower, but I feel like based on the title of the album and the way that things were structured, I think that it was put together well. Again, my opinion, guys, if you're listening to this, let us know what you think of the structure of the album. And I also think that this album, and I mentioned it when we did Beyonce last year, after coming off of a hiatus, like you wonder what an album is going to do, right? Is it going to be good or is it going to suck? Beyonce, I really had zero doubt that it was going to be pretty good.
I had low expectations for that album too.
What?
I had low expectations.
Yeah.
I've gone into almost every artist that hasn't put anything out in a couple of years with very low expectations to figure out, one, when did they record this? Did they record it mid-pandemic? Because we may never know what you're going to get then. Two, like, what has their mental state been like the last couple of years? Because you never really know. This has been like therapy sessions on CD for everybody.
Absolutely.
CD, look at me talk.
We're finally, right? And we're finally getting out of that pandemic push of music. Like, this is the next new wave of like being back in studio, doing what we've done prior to 2020.
It makes our lives a hell of a lot easier. I'm just putting that out there.
Yeah, it does. For sure. But for me, this album was great. I did have low expectations of it and it did exceed that bar. So for me, I'm actually gonna go an 8.5 out of 10 on this one.
I was there. I really had to go more critical on it after listening to it for so often. I went a little bit more critical because of that back third of the
I get
album.
it. Yeah, for sure. I get it.
And I felt like I was being too nice to start the year off with it being there, and then I felt like that was the miss part.
For sure. No, I get it. So, Steve, you missed one thing in your background that I wanted to point out.
What I miss?
Did you know that Meghan Trainor is married to a Spy Kid?
I did. Yeah, I did.
Yeah,
so
she's married
I didn't mention that
to the boy. So whatever.
Yeah, she's missing. Yeah, Shark Boy or whatever.
Yeah. So she's married to that guy. So anyway, just wanted to mention that. So guys, this was Meghan Trainor and her album Taking It Back. Steve, the first episode of 2023, man. We're kicking it off and we're rolling now. But
we're getting right there, man.
Yeah. So guys, head on over if you haven't already. Head on over to Facebook, search the Notes Magoats podcast. Give us a like there. you will see all of our funny memes that we post. And by me, I mean Steve. You will see all of our episode drops as far as graphics are concerned. And then head on over to Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter, even though we don't really use Twitter because screw you, Elon Musk. And
100%.
but you can go to all of those. And you can find those at the note or at Notes Magoats Pod. Guys, head on over to Apple Podcasts if you haven't gone over there yet. I'm going to make a big push for this in 2023. Head on over there. Give us that 5-star rating, guys. Write us a review. We will mention your review on the podcast. And if you are Steve, I will finally figure out, apparently after you tell me that you wrote your own. Yeah, you told me that like a month after I read it. You're like, hey, did you know that this is actually mine?
Yeah, and it worked.
It did work. But yeah, guys, give us a 5-star rating, write us a review. We will mention you on the podcast because, guys, at the end of the day, this podcast wouldn't be what it is without the support and listeners like all of you. So yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, and to jump on that for just a second before we end out here, even if you have given us a review on Apple Podcasts, thank you for that. Again, Brandon, like Brandon said, we need all of you guys to listen to help us grow. But the other thing that you can do, and it's free, is just share the podcast, like the release stuff, the stuff that we put out that says this is the album we did today. Share that graphic, and it's just a click. It takes 1 second. Click it and then done.
Yeah.
If you invite friends to listen to maybe your favorite one, that's great. But if you simply share the graphic, once a week, either on Tuesday or on Friday, and you share that with your friend group, and then maybe it'll get shared once or twice from there.
Yep.
That alone will help us grow and get seen by hundreds of more people every day.
Yeah.
On Facebook or Instagram, TikTok, or whatever it is we post out there. If you just share it, that's going to just do things. You don't got to type anything. You don't got to do anything at all. Just share whatever put. I would say what I put out there. Whatever I wrote. That graphics guy, he sucks sometimes. And just share the stupid stuff I put on there because I do a lot of that too.
Right. But just seeing that it comes from the Notes Magoats podcast, people will see that, find it funny, and then start following us. And then
maybe check us out.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So, guys, that was Meghan Trainor again. Now we're looking forward to Friday, Steve. Friday's going to be a fun episode.
It's going to be fun.
It's going to be fun. Now, Steve, you don't know this, but I need to plug something. Guys, Friday's episode, we've got podcaster Mikey Brown coming in from Canada in his show, The Yankee Hoser Show. Now, Steve, you don't know this, but go back to their catalog from December 26th. That's when the episode is going to drop. December 26th, Mikey was under the weather. And so
did you fill in?
I did. I did. I am on the Yankee Hoser Show, co-hosting with Jay. So that is a fun episode. You'll have to go and check it out. It's a little bit more than what we do here. I'm not gonna lie.
Yankee?
What?
It was Yankee.
It was the Yankee Show. Absolutely. But with my last name, I'm just a designated hoser. So I mean, it is what it is. But,
makes perfect sense.
Absolutely. But guys, we will have Mikey on the show on Friday. It's going to be so much fun. Again, another new artist that we have yet to touch. Just like this one. So guys, come back Friday. I'm not going to tell you what it is, but I will tell you who we're talking with. And that was Mikey Brown. So guys, go check out all of his stuff. Go check out all of our stuff. And we will be back with you on Friday.
Bye, guys.
Notes, Magoats.